Greetings, car fanatics. I'm making another update video on the custom valved exhausts that I'm developing for the 997.2, which will hopefully be on sale later in the year. First, I'm going to cover the biggest update, which is the wireless Porsche Sport exhaust button I've been working on. Then I'm going to cover the design of the exhaust system, and then I will show you some sound clips that I've taken over the last few weeks. I am super excited to announce the development of a wireless Porsche Sport exhaust button. There are a lot of aftermarket valve exhausts on the market, and all of them use key fobs to activate the Porsche Sport exhaust, unless you have the OEM Porsche Sport exhaust button, which then you can use that to control the aftermarket valves. But for most people, they don't have this switch, and it's very difficult to add this switch because you need Porsche to activate the switch for you. And then you also need to run the switch and the wiring all the way to the back over here. And then you have to connect it to a solenoid and some various things to get the Porsche Sport exhaust button to work. So it's a lot of work. Most people just skip it and end up using a controller. But for me, it's really nice and clean to have a Porsche Sport exhaust button and one that's easy to install and functions exactly like it. So I've developed a wireless button. So it is connected to an RF transmitter, which will send signals to the back of the engine where I have the control box for the valve system. And basically it can open and close the valves wirelessly. Let's go ahead and check it out. Alright, car fanatics, this is our test sport exhaust setup over here. We have the car on with the valves closed. Let's turn on the sport exhaust. Alright, as you see, the valves opened up. The sport exhaust button lights up just how it would from the factory. Let's go ahead and turn it off. Alright, and as you can see, it's closed the valves. It takes a second for the valves to actually close, but now we have the sport exhaust button off. Let's go ahead and turn it on again. Valves open. Let's close the valves. And the valves are closed. Alright, as you can see, the wireless PSE button works perfectly. The next step is to productionize the board. I'm going to have a PCB made, and it's going to be plug and play and super easy to install. It's probably going to take me a few more months to actually get the first units going, but once I have that, I think it'll be a good addition to add to the custom valved exhaust system. Now let's take a look at the design of the exhaust. I'm going to be offering at least 3 different exhaust tips. So there's the carbon fiber exhaust tip with the stainless steel center. There is the double wall exhaust tips in either a polished finish or a black chrome finish. And I may be offering a single wall polished stainless steel exhaust tip as well. Now for the exhaust system, it is a quad outlet exhaust, so unlike the stock 997.2 exhaust that only has 2 outlets, this actually has 4 outlets. Then looking in the center, we can see that it's using a X pipe with a collector in the middle, and I'm deliberately using an X pipe and allowing the gases from both banks of the engine to mix in the center because this creates a deeper, more exotic sound. And then unlike other valve exhaust systems, I have the valves in the center muffler section instead of at the mufflers. And basically these valves will dump the exhaust gas directly out of the inner tubes over here. So in my opinion, because you can dump more gas directly out into these tubes instead of mixing them into a single pipe, it actually allows for more exhaust gas to bypass the muffler, creating a louder sound. And so far from my testing, it sounds really good. And then we can see here that we have the mufflers on the side. They are significantly smaller than stock. The exhaust right now is in a polished finish. You can see it's a little dirty, and after running it on the track, going through several heat cycles, it's kind of changed colors to this kind of gold color. It has this patina look, but I think for the production unit, I'm going to be going with a brushed finish instead of a polish. Just that way it's a little bit more subtle versus how it is now. Let me know in the comments if you would prefer a polished or a brushed finish. So that's it for the design of the exhaust system. I'm going to jump to some sound clips, so let's go ahead and take a look at that. Now we're just cruising, fourth gear at around 2,700 RPMs. It's not terribly loud, it's not uncomfortable, and it sounds really good. I'm gonna go ahead and silence the valves and let's see how that sounds. All right, downshifting. And with the valves closed, it's almost as quiet as stock mufflers. Maybe a slightly louder growl. Let's listen to it. So cruising in fourth gear, 2,800 RPM. So about 2,800 RPM under a little bit of load, going 46 miles an hour. And there's a little growl to it, but it's still very quiet. Now let me switch on the exhaust. And it's noticeably louder now. Car Fanatic, so that concludes the update. If you're interested in getting on the wait list to purchase a valved exhaust system, please take a look at the comments where I'll leave a link to a form you can fill out. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Leave me comments and questions below, and be sure to hit the bell notification icon so you're notified each time I upload a new video. Thanks for watching.